What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Hope everyone is healthy and well today. Welcome, all my new supporters. Today we'll be reacting to highly recommended. Today we'll be checking out Trump Factor Sparks debate over Germany's gold reserve and U.S. vaults. So Trump basically beefing with Germany right now, man. I think Germany wants their gold back. Like, apparently their gold is in our vaults in the U.S. It's my first time actually hearing this. I'm like, why would Germany have gold stored like in a vault somewhere within the U.S.? That's like, I would never, especially like what our country has become, straight up snakes. Bro, I would never, ever, leave it in the hands of the U.S. at least. No. Original video link down below in the description. Let's jump right into the video, man. I'm gonna like it already. You know what I'm saying? Well, what's the reason behind this?
Germany's vast gold fortune.
Wait. Who started Trump Factor Sparks? Trump Factor Sparks. I think that answers my question right there.
Germany's vast gold fortune, which is one of the largest in the world, is back at the center of an intensifying political and economic debate as calls grow louder for Berlin to pull billions of euros worth of bullion out of US vaults. The renewed push is being driven by strained transatlantic relations and concerns over the unpredictability of US President Donald Trump. Germany holds the world's second largest national gold reserves after the United States. Of this stockpile, an estimated 164 billion euros worth around 1,236 tons is currently stored in New York.
New York.
For decades, the arrangement was seen as a symbol of trust between allies and a safeguard rooted in Cold War era strategy. Now, critics say,
Wait.
For decades, the arrangement was seen as a symbol of trust between allies and a safeguard rooted.
So this was basically trust between them. But this was back then, you know, when the relationships was a little more
in Cold War era strategy. Now, critics say that assumption no longer holds. Economists warn that keeping such a large share of Germany's reserves in the US had become too risky under the current geopolitical climate.
They can't, man, keep it on it. They can't trust us. You know, there's too much going on right now. You think the US from the snake? And Germany might ask for their gold back in. What if the US was like, gold? Oh no, that's not how this works. You know, like, what if they start giving you issues, like, and you couldn't even get your gold back? Are you going to war about that gold? Let me know. Is Germany going to war about that gold? That's a lot of gold. I'm gonna keep it. That's a lot of gold. I know some people right now that'll go to war for that right now. You know what I'm saying? Man. Why? I understand a relationship and, you know, it was trust. What did the U.S. place in Germany as like okay, now let's do the same thing and let's put this in Germany as like a indication of trust between us, you know? I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I mean, did we put anything in Germany? I hope so. Do we have anything valuable in Germany? If we did, I don't think the U.S. would be acting up. Yeah, I don't think this would even be a video if, you know, such thing.
Germany's reserves in the US had become too risky under the current geopolitical climate. A number of economists and financial experts now argue that repatriating the gold would align with Germany's broader push for strategic autonomy, especially at a time when Trump's rhetoric towards traditional Western allies has grown sharper and more confrontational. For more concerns of relocating Germany's gold reserves and unease about over-reliance on the US amid an increasingly uncertain global order, we are joined now by DW correspondent Chiponda Cimbello from Berlin.
Wait, I want to try to say his name. What? Japon? Wait, what?
On the US amid an increasingly uncertain global order, we are joined now by DW correspondent Chiponda Cimbello from Berlin.
Chiponda Cimbello. Did I say that right?
Berlin. Correspondent Chiponda Cimbello from Berlin.
Chiponda Cimbello. Come on now. You know, at first it was kind of difficult. I could barely get it out. I'm like, man, come on now. At float off the tongue. I
Well,
got it.
Germany has the world's second largest gold reserves after the United States. And the calls to bring the gold to Germany aren't just linked to President Trump's unpredictability and the ongoing transatlantic rift. They are calls for Germany's gold reserves in New York to be repatriated because there are fears around the independence of the U.S. Federal Reserve, the central bank system in the United States. Now, President Trump has repeatedly attacked U.S. Fed Chair Jerome Powell, and more than a third of Germany's gold reserves, so close to 37%, are stored in the vaults of the Federal Reserve Bank of
37. So where's the other percentage?
New York. So the fear
That was a horrible. I know it was. Man, it was so long ago. Imagine having to tell your op, your enemy. I mean, basically, right? I mean, hey, we want to take our gold out of your country. Why? Why? You know, we done got a whole building set up, built and everything for this. And, you know, it's a lockdown and voting there. Like, what's going on? They're definitely going to question it and know that something's up. And you got to be the one to break the news to them. And like, I don't trust you no more. You know, I feel like you're gonna snake me. How are they supposed to handle that? How are they supposed to take that? You know, there's no way of going around this. There's no way Germany could have possibly came in this situation and manipulated it and came up out of here with the gold under their nose. No way possible. No way possible. Man, now y'all gotta go through all this drama now. Yo, if y'all really gotta go through a hassle to get your gold back, I don't like. Did y'all have to sign certain agreements, contracts, or something? Like, y'all ain't signed no life deal or nothing, right? Like this gold stays in the U.S. for life. In New York, I gotta go to. I want to see like the building, the facility at least. You know, really, it's my first time hearing about that. Really?
are stored in the vault of Germany's gold reserves. So close to 37% are stored in the vaults of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York.
The Federal Reserve Bank. That's right. Okay. Oh, the Federal Reserve Bank. I know what a Federal Reserve Bank is. The Federal Reserve Bank is holding Germany's 37% of Germany's gold. I know where the Federal Bank is. That's crazy. Now the next time I see the Federal Bank, it's gonna come across my mind, and I'm gonna be like, oh, Germany, like, you know, it's gonna hit harder. That's why it's hitting right now. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like literally, like what?
And are stored in the vaults of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. So the fears of the independence of the U.S. Federal Reserve are very much also linked to how Germans feel about storing their gold in New York.
I mean, it said trust, but like, what's the real reason? You know, maybe it was like safety. Was Germany at war or something, or they thought they had issues and let's hide our gold and our valuables here in the U.S. Vault it up and protect it. You gonna hold it down. You got the highest military defense. You got numbers. You got it all. Protect this. You know what I'm saying? And we may have to hold it down. They're not gonna come over here and rob us and none of that for none of that. At least if something happens to our country, we got that gold to fall back on. This that maybe that's the only case scenario I could think of off the dome right now, freestyling. Man, I like that. Like a cone. You know? Let's see though. Let's see.
There are historical reasons which have a lot to do with the global economic order after the Second World War. Now, the Federal Republic of Germany had zero gold reserves after the Allies confiscated Nazi Germany's gold. So post-war Germany had its gold reserves stored in France, the UK, and the United States, partly because of fears of a Soviet invasion and also because it was easier to have...
Bro. Oh my goodness, I promise you, I don't watch none of these videos before. Like I don't pre-watch nothing. I do not fake reactions. This is straight off the dome. I always do this with y'all, man. You know? That was the only case scenario I could really think of. Unless somebody that's what I'll be thinking as a world leader. Man, I'll be thinking safety, you know? Every time I leave the house, I'm looking at everything. Uh-huh. I'm looking at everything. I don't care if it's a water bottle, bro. That water bottle better be the safe spot when I get back. Well, whoa, what's going on? You know, alarm, everything. Yet I'm just one of those overprotective OCD type of people. Um, I would did the same thing. I would did the same thing. And I am the type of person. If I see somebody get that acting funny down the line, oh, I gotta come up with a lie, some type of excuse. I gotta get that gold back. I would not be sleeping at night. I'm up like this at the ceiling. I'm thinking about that gold. I gotta get that gold back. No, I'll be like, what they doing with the gold right now? Probably sharing it with Russia. Oh,
Of
stop
fears
playing with me,
of a
bro.
Soviet invasion, and also because
Y'all get y'all gold back and you missing some of it. What's gonna happen?
United States, partly because of fears of a Soviet invasion, and also because it was easier to have the gold in the foreign currency markets where it is traded. So
Okay.
Germany's gold reserves were stored in Paris, London, and New York. Now,
Strategic,
since
okay.
the end of the Cold War, there have been calls to bring that gold to Germany. And between 2013 and 2017, Germany's central bank, the Bundesbank, transferred several hundred tons of gold from New York and Paris to Frankfurt.
Oh, so this has happened before. Man, I just want y'all coming back for the rest. This literally happened before. So why is it an issue? What y'all just want to be in control? Oh, we got their gold. But you can't do nothing with it. Just to know that you holding it, like, does that make you feel better? They give you some type of reassurance. Like they want to control the narrative or something. I don't.
And that is
man.
why just over half of Germany's gold reserves now are in the country. Gold from New York and Paris to Frankfurt. And that is why just over half of Germany's gold reserves now are in the country.
Yeah, yup.
A government spokesperson said that repatriation of gold from the US isn't under consideration right now. But the discussion about bringing Germany's gold reserves to the country is probably the loudest it's ever been. The record gold prices we've seen in recent days mean that Germany's gold reserves in the US are now worth a whopping 162 billion euros. And while the concerns over the risk of storing that amount of gold in the US could be justified, the fact is that the timing for moving it may not be great. Some economists here believe that it would only contribute to souring the relationship between Berlin and Washington, which of course we know is not great. So it is, of course, highly unlikely that we will be seeing a repatriation of Germany's gold reserves from the US, at least for now.
And never again. It's over. When they get that gold back, that want nothing to do with us. Once you deceive and you show somebody that you can't really be trusted, you know, if they got to second guess, they got to seek for reassurance or validation, no, you got to go. You a red flag. I mean, you ain't playing your part. You're not loyal, you know? My neck hurting and everything. Like, man. I mean, oh my gosh. Please share your honest thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. I feel like the US should just give the gold up. It's not ours. We can't do nothing with it. We don't own it. We have no business doing anything with it but giving it to Germany. At this point, I don't see the issues. I definitely understand why Germany wants to pull, you know. We're living in those type of times and everybody's trying to make sure that their economy, their country is safe and secure. And that starts with fending for themselves, being selfish. You know, you got to be straightforward now and treat it just like business, no longer a friendship. Hey, we need to go back. No longer a friendship, you know. Well, he mentioned two reasons as to why Germany gave us the gold. But I mean, at the same time, they didn't have to give it to our country. They had the UK, they had France, you know. But they did benefit from giving it to our country as well, you know, when it comes to like the trade and currency and everything. Yes, I understand that. And it was for the safety and everything. But please share your honest thoughts and opinions in the comment section. How do you feel about this? What do you think is going to happen? I say give it up. You know, what this ain't gonna last for long. This is something that I can actually predict and be like, you know, this ain't gonna last for long. You know, the US is gonna withdraw from this eventually, and Germany will get its gold, you know. Now, I don't know what the US might do. You might wake up and see a tweet talking about terrorists. Oh my gosh. Like you never know. You never know. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, turn all post notifications on, follow the Kick in the description down below. Kick is for us, baby. We're gonna be streaming over there, man. Feel free to follow that. I'm sorry if you started following the Twitch and everything. I just didn't want to start it for a reason, and I'm glad I didn't get somewhere with that, you know, with Twitch, because we only had 2 live streams. But Kick is where I want to be. But you can always tune into my content forever. I'm talking about forever on YouTube. I will forever be a YouTuber, guys. Forever, ever, ever, ever be a YouTuber. And we're going to do the streams on the side and everything. You see what I'm saying? And we still going to be recording reaction videos for YouTube over there. I love y'all so much. Stay safe. Thank you so much for recommending this video. Please, once again, share your honest thoughts and opinions on this. Feel free to include some things into the comments that wasn't included in this video. Maybe some more, I don't want to say, okay, yeah, maybe some more controversy between Germany and the U.S. What is currently going on right now as far as like the talks with this whole situation? Are we beefing? Like, is we beefing about this right now? Or is it just like a misunderstanding? A rocky situation. I don't want to say a misunderstanding, but maybe like a rocky situation, you know? And yet again, it shouldn't even come that far because we don't own any rights to it. Yeah. But will this affect Germany in any type of way? Because like you said, when it comes to trade and currency, does it like affect Germany in any way? Because they obviously invested this gold and put it within these certain countries for a reason. So bringing it back home, what is that going to do? Or do you find a new way, you know, to reinvest within your country or to figure out a new plot without having to rely on other people? Because that's what every country has been doing lately, you know? So they don't have to rely, but strictly on the U.S. Because everybody else still relying on everybody. We just out the frame. I love y'all so much. Stay safe, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video. Thank you for joining me today to react to Trump Factor Sparks debate over Germany's gold reserve and U.S. vaults, man. Always trying to spark something for no reason. Give the gold back. Give the gold back.